So I did my presentation and my service learning project on Make-A-Wish. The local branch here covers Delaware, Philadelphia, and Susquehanna Valley. A little backstory. Make-A-Wish is a nonprofit organization that began granting wishes in 1980. Wishes are granted to children with life-threatening medical conditions. Uh, a little fun fact, as of 2016, over 280,000 wishes worldwide have been granted in 36 countries. And the Lancaster County branch of Make-A-Wish organizes an annual Mother's Day truck convoy, and this event was used to obtain the service learning project hours. So I helped pull this community event together to fulfill my service learning hours. This fundraising event is used to raise money to grant wishes to local children. And then a cute little fun fact, this is a picture of the first wish child. The very first wish kid had a wish to become a cop that one police officer made possible. Um, with the support of the community, everyone came together and the police station was willing to let the boy play in a cop car. And the community just came together to make this boy's wish special. Why did I choose this agency? This agency was chosen with the help of one being a part of making an impact on wish children. I also wanted to interact with the wish children and the families. I wanted to witness that restored hope firsthand, not just read about it in articles. I wanted to learn about what it takes to organize a large event. And had a hope of becoming a better nurse and member of society by being involved in something bigger than myself. The population. So, children with life threatening medical conditions that are between the ages of 2.5 and 17 years are eligible and they must be referred by wish parents or medical professionals. And then the treating physician has to help determine eligibility. They basically have to prove that the child's condition is life threatening. So, some of the needs of this population are they have a need for needing restored hope, as hope can uh, help get a person better and healthier. Um, they need restored in them a will to live. It can become exhausting and taxing when everything around you seems to be going bad and you're just always sick and always in the hospital. Um, the families need some financial relief. It gets expensive always being in the hospital bills, the equipment, everything you need. You need emotional support for the siblings, the parents, the child. You can see anxiety, depression, uh, and then caregiver stress. So if a caregiver is stressed, they can't provide adequate care to the sick child. So those things need to be addressed in this population. Some issues this population deals with. So as the healthcare professional, how can we help? So we can provide community resources such as support groups for the children, for the caregivers. We can utilize our interdisciplinary team, such as case management, who can help um, connect us to these community resources or coordinate some care and the needs of at home and who can come in and help. Connecting them with financial assistance programs if they need those. I know specifically Penn Medicine, Lancaster General Hospital has a financial assistance program. You can call this phone number or go to a website and apply for that financial assistance. Um, and then we can provide thorough and detailed education to the families and children because giving them the education they need, most people don't know how to take care of someone who's sick and use the equipment sometimes required. And so they have to be taught to then take care of that child at home. And that's a huge need for this subculture, this population of chronically sick children. And then lastly, being involved in politics by getting out and voting and lobbying for things such as safe staffing and safe ratios, or even advocating for healthcare for everyone. Design. So this specific event that I help with, the truck convoy, includes a carnival prior to the truck parade because there's a big parade with all the trucks lined up. And some of the activities we organize at the carnival include stands with food, there's games for the kids, there's live music, there's a live auction, there's tons of costume characters, and then there's like a raffle. So throughout the year, the truck drivers collect donations along their truck routes and they compete with each other to collect the most money. Approximately 5,000 people come to the carnival. And then an estimated 25,000 people are lined up along the truck route, which is 26 miles long, and they're part of the parade and they cheer the wish children that are riding along in the trucks. And then we also have clowns that walk alongside the trucks and collect money from these people who are sitting on the sidelines watching. Implementation. So, in order to prepare for the event, there were meetings that were held to discuss how we were getting supply and food. So, we try to get, and we do get, everything donated. That way, the money we raise completely goes to the wishes and we're not spending money on the food and the supply. So what we do is go around to different, say we go to Giant and ask them to donate food. So we go around all these businesses and ask them to donate whatever we may need. We talk about activity locations. So how are we going to map out the carnival? We got to have enough space for the trucks to park and such things. And then we have to plan for setting it up and cleaning it up. And then my role the day of the event was to sell the raffle tickets. So there's a trucker inspired, a mom inspired theme. The mom inspired theme was more like redoing a kitchen and getting a free fridge and stove. And then the trucker inspired, I think truckers use like walkie talkies, tools. So some future considerations for students who may use this as their service learning project. I would say prepare to have a rain date. I did this volunteering hours 2 years in a row, and it rained both days, and you could just tell how the crowd turnout is not as great, and I feel like they don't raise as much money. They still raise a ton of money because most of the money comes from the truckers, but they don't uh, raise as much money. And then it would be nice to get more background information about the foundation. As the volunteer, I want to learn more about Make-A-Wish and improve how we sold the raffle tickets. It was kind of unorganized and we didn't have like a bucket to put the tickets in and then we have to hold the money. So just reorganizing. My objectives. So by the end of the service learning project, the student will be able to identify 3 criteria for eligibility to be a Make-A-Wish kid/family. By the end of the service learning project, the student will be able to list 4 rules it requires to organize a community event. And lastly, by the end of the service learning project, the student will be able to list 3 ways the Make-A-Wish Foundation fundraises money to grant wishes. So who's eligible? We talked about this. They must meet the age requirement between 2.5 and 17 and be referred by a doctor, another child, a parent, or family member. And then one important factor is no certain disease or condition actually qualifies a child. The key component is the disease or condition must be life-threatening at the time of the referral. So as defined by Make-A-Wish, the condition must be one of the following 3: progressive, degenerative, or malignant. You can click on this link below to see further details about eligibility. Community event. So the event was planned with a single leader, and then he manages the small groups, included but not limited to. So we had small groups. So somebody worked on food, and somebody worked on advertising to make it known when was the truck convoy, what time would it be. Somebody managed the volunteers and how they would help, and making sure we had enough volunteers. Somebody managed games and what games would be played, and then somebody managed the trucks and um, the free food we provide to them and how we're going to organize them and um, care for the truckers who help us so much grant these wishes. Funds. So most of this branch raises their money from this community event, but other ways Make-A-Wish fundraises money is online. You can get people to donate. They have workplace fundraising. If you've ever seen the Make-A-Wishes at like a Burger King or a gas station, you can do it at your workplace. They have wish makers on campus, which college students can raise money on their campus. And then Kids for Wish Kids. So kids can actually do a fundraiser and raise money for other wish kids. How do we impact the population with this event? So the event provides a sense of control for the wish children. We allow the children to get in these trucks. They make as much noise as they want. They beep, they honk. So to me, that just gives them a sense of control. And in their world, they usually don't have a lot of control over what's happening to them. It shows them that they have communal support. So many people gather and make this day possible for them. Money is obviously raised to grant their wishes. And then wish children are exposed to other wish children. They see that they're not alone, maybe make some friends in the community. How did this impact me personally? It's rewarding to contribute to granting wishes. I got a sense of satisfaction from giving back to my community. I got insight into the organization of large events, and I gained a new appreciation and enhanced teamwork skills by seeing, it takes all these small teams to make such a big thing happen. You can't accomplish it without having teamwork. And then professionally, I was impacted by, I have a heightened sense of awareness to the significance of hope, a deeper understanding of caregiver stress, a sense of the effects of chronic illness on a person as a whole, and being aware of and providing community resources for patients and the importance of that. And these are my references.